Hello everyone. So I want to give you guys my initial impressions on this Hone 185 D Stick Welder. Okay, so I got this from Amazon. It's listed for something like $135, but then like you get like an instant discount. So it comes down to like about $100. Okay, so I've been welding for years with a Lincoln spool welder. That one's 110, basically runs on 110 volts. This one over here, it's rated for 240. Right, it's got two settings. Hold on, let's take a look over here. Yeah, 220. Okay. So the main reason why I got this is because when I do the welding with like I think it's like a 0.35 coil, it takes forever. So and I have to keep like weaving back and forth like because it just lays down like a pretty thin bead. So I just wanted something that was thicker and just that was going to run faster. So today I ran my first weld with the stick welder. So this is the first time I did this. I used a 7018. So this was one of the bargain sticks. Okay, they did have more expensive ones. I got the cheaper ones. And my weld came out absolutely disgusting. Okay, now, the issue here is that I just had like a crack right along the top line. So if you look on this side over here, right, there was just like a thin crack running right along the top on the existing weld from the factory. So I wasn't welding the whole piece. I was just basically correcting where it had opened up. So that's why you see me running it mostly along the top side, not the bottom side. And yeah, it came out absolutely disgusting. Nothing like what I've been doing with the Lincoln. I mean, these guys over here, now these are old. These are some old welds here that I did with the Lincoln welder to mount this top piece over here. Because what I'll do is I'll put like 45-pound plates on top of this if I want to weigh down the rake on the back of this tractor over here. So yeah, I mean, going from the Lincoln to the stick welder, it came out pretty damn ugly, but it did. I mean, it did the job and it did it quickly, which is what I wanted. I didn't want to sit here for like an hour making freaking weaving back and forth, weaving. I mean, with this, I was like able to get through it pretty quickly. So, I mean, over time with practice, this is going to work out good. Now, something that really surprised me, like how quickly I went through the sticks. Basically, I went like from here to here was like one full stick. So you do go through the sticks really quickly. So that kind of surprised me. I didn't think I didn't think I'd use that much of it. I did have some issues with the sticking. And I had to kind of unstick it, and then I had to basically I had the grinder over here, and what I did is I just grinded off the edge of the stick, so that basically I could make a connection. There's a technique where you kind of flick it away, so that you don't have to keep like grinding away the edge. So I gotta work on that technique. I did try it, but I couldn't quite get it to work for me. So it's gonna take practice. Like I've been working with the Lincoln, like I guess trigger welder, which has like the spool inside, for like more than 10 years. So there's definitely a learning curve here, but yeah, definitely much faster. Even though that's a shitty weld, I mean, that's gonna hold. I mean, that's for what I need it for, which is just I'll keep this piece of shit together so I can do my work. I mean, that's gonna be fine, man. Now there was a surprise because I bought this because I wanted a 220. And my intention was to run it off of this generator. Benefit of the generator is like I can just move this around wherever I need to move it. And the issue that I ran into, which I hadn't anticipated, is the generator has a plug like that. Okay, and the welder, has a plug that looks like that. So these two plugs don't match up. And I gotta find out if there's a way if there's an adapter or something. I mean, they're both are like I guess 200 or 240. So there should be an adapter that I can hook up to get this plug, get this welder to run off of that power. Now, they do give you an adapter and that's how I did this. Basically, I was able to plug this into the 110, oops, and then that end plugged into this. So that was really convenient because that allowed me to actually use this. And the way this thing is set up is like on the amperages, there's basically they give you two numbers. So the smaller numbers over here are if you want the amps on 110, and the bigger numbers on the outside if you're running like the 220. So that's convenient. Haven't quite figured out what these buttons do yet. Initially, when I took the instructions out of the box, I just kind of threw them to the side. And then I saw these buttons here, and I said, maybe I should actually go read those instructions. So I looked at the instructions, and the instructions like really suck. They got really small letters here, and I mean, it's only like two pages of instructions because they got all the languages and shit in here. So I couldn't make heads or tails of this. So basically, I just kind of, you know, I did watch a really short video on using this, which didn't tell me much about these two buttons here. I did mention that this was for like TIG welding or something. So I said, okay, I don't need that. And I think that's for like a hot start, where basically, if you don't have a good arc, it makes it easier. So I don't know if I should use it or not use it. I have to watch some other people's videos on whether I want to be using this button or not be using that button. I didn't turn it on, so I just kind of left it in the default position when I was using this. So that's something I gotta find out about. So I did make an attempt to look at the instructions, but the instructions, like, they suck and the letters are really small, and I'm outdoors and I really can't read that shit right now. But I mean, this thing is super light. I mean, compared to the Lincoln welder, that thing weighs something like 25 plus pounds, maybe even more, probably closer to 35, 40 pounds. This thing's got to be like maybe 10, 15 pounds. So this is really light and convenient. So I really like the size of this. I have a feeling that once I get good with it, I'm probably going to only be using this and then just use the Lincoln welder, like if I want to do some really fine work. But I got to figure out how to get this welder with this plug to work on my generator that has that outlet. If you guys know, let me know in the comments. So yeah, that's today's adventure. So yeah, if you guys got any feedback, like I said, this is my first time working with this. I've been welding many years, you know, with the, like I said, with the other one, but it's my first time with the stick welder. Oh, they do give you this little mini brush and tiny little hammer, but I kind of threw this to the side, and I went back to, I was using this one to break the slag. I didn't have much slag, and it's probably because of my welding technique. It was probably getting trapped in the metal, because there was very little that was chipping off. So yeah, I think that's, you know, the reason why. And then I just used this brush. I primarily used the grinder to kind of clean this up a little bit and see like if I had any air holes in there or what. You know what to say. I mean, if you gotta use a grinder to clean up your welds, you're not a welder, you're a grinder. So right now with the stick welder, I'm more of a grinder than a welder. I have heard a few people say that part of the difficulty might be the sticks that I'm using. I've heard that like more expensive sticks might work a little bit better. I mean, I think it's more me at this point than the sticks, but I had to start somewhere.